You got YouTube, Big Mike, without further ado, retro. It's absolute chaos in here, without further ado, studio, aka my home. Got the lads coming down Friday. Old school variety face and burnt out culture Mark are coming down for some drinks and video games and shenanigans. Much fun shall be had. The aka the reunion. The boys are back in town, so yeah, so we're getting the place up to scratch for the boys to have a night over at my yard. So so it's all chaos. It's all going on here. Much of the collection's moving about and being moved out the way and stored out the way elsewhere, and getting the place clean and tidy and habitable for guests. So, so I thought about time to do a pickups video. So well, I know where the pickups still are. So, all right, without further ado, let's get on with it. Cheers. Okay, right. The first pickup that I managed to pick up is madness on this one. I didn't really need it, but I thought it was in such nice condition. It was going for a cheap price. I'd pick it up. You know, I see a cheap game, I can't let it go. Which is Rainbow Islands on the Spectrum. This is just a tape version, but it is in really nice condition. I've shoved it in a box protector. I think unfortunately it might have got damaged on its way to me, because there's a slight scuff there, if you can see it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's in impeccable condition. Really, really nice condition. So you don't really see them in this condition when about, and I think it's about £5 or £6. So £5 or £6, Rainbow Islands. I've got two versions on disc now. I think I've got 2 or 3 on tape. So, but yeah, that's Rainbow Islands on the Spectrum tape. Next ones, I've bought some. Actually, I will say a thing. I bought a disc cleaner. I'll just show you. Got 2 disc cleaners. Got another one. The other one wasn't very good, I don't think. So I bought a disc cleaner to see if that can revive the PS4. I don't hold much hope for it, and you know, it's a disc cleaner with a disc thing. I don't hold much hope for it. It seems like to repair the PS4, it's pretty much like brain surgery, especially on the Pro. On the normal PlayStation 4, you can take the sort of lid off and get at the drive and what have you. Unfortunately, the PS4 Pro is built backwards, so everything is at the top, and what you need to access the drive is at the bottom. So you need to remove all of the pieces, which is about 15 pieces. You even have to take the X clamp off of the CPU chip where the heat paste and that'll be. It's honestly, it's like brain surgery. So I'm hoping I might be able to put that through and it might revive it. I've cleaned it and done as best I can with it. Other than that, I'm gonna. Cindy Steve suggested I contact Sony because they're 2 years old this year. So he said, you know, they should last longer than 2 years, you know, so you might want to contact Sony. I've spoken to a friend and they said that Sony usually take consoles in. There might be a surcharge. I was quoted £100 by some guy who repairs things in his house. I thought that was a bit steep, but I'm told about 100, 120 with Sony. I don't know. I'll have to find out, and I'll let everyone know how that went. So yeah, we got disc cleaner for that one. So right, next up we got some Mega Drive games. First one's a Japanese release, which is Battle Golfer, and this is really a nightmare. The person I bought it off, blooming idiot, has put it in a Codemasters box. So I don't know why it's in a Codemasters box. So I'll have to change the box over on this one. I think I got this for less than £10, or even between £5 and £10. And they squeeze the manual in. I've pulled that out and trying to straighten it up a bit. So yeah, Battle Golfer. I think it's between £5 and £10. It wasn't a lot. I just put a cheeky bid on it and ended up winning. It's supposed to be one of those games that sort of is in Japanese, but it's supposed to be easy enough to have a little go on and have a bit of a laugh. So the next couple of games, a couple of older Mega Drive titles again. One is Virtual Pinball. Both these are EA titles. I think, yeah, this one was it's in okay condition. It's all there. You know, I think this was less than £10. I think it was like, you know, I didn't bid a lot on these. But I thought, you know, the older titles sometimes are quite harder to find, especially the EA ones, especially getting good condition as well. So I was missing the hang tab, but other than that, it's okay. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, so not really too bothered. And the other one, which I think this was like one of the original titles, I think. It's not in the greatest of conditions, but the box is in nice condition for one of these boxes, so I'll probably drop that down a bit. So it's a Zany Golf. I've took the cartridge out at the moment because I had to remove a label, which I actually removed the label. That wasn't me, that was already done. There was a label here, and I've removed it now. So, but to get these boxes all complete, these are the worst ones. It actually comes with a load of free dust like this one. God, I've got plenty of that in the flat already. So yeah, to get these in this condition without any of this sort of smashed up or you know, done in, very hard to get. So I've been sort of trying to look to get these older EA ones, especially if the boxes are in, you know, starting to go a little bit there, but it's all complete. It's okay. But to get, like I say, to get them in where they function in and they close, and it's all there 100%. These are getting rarer to get like these, so you might want to pick these up. So games in boxes like this that I know of so far is this one, Budokan, and Battle Squadron. I've got a nice one in Budokan. Unfortunately, I'm missing the instructions, but I can always get the instructions from Budokan. And I'm looking to replace my Battle Squadron as well. I did have Battle Squadron in sort of okay condition, but I need to replace it again now. So I've just noticed another sticker I have to replace on that, remove on that even. So right. So the other week we were telling you about old Frankensteining and basically putting games together. I've got a few ways of doing it that people might find a bit questionable. I think some people may disagree with what I'm doing, but I don't know. I mean, it's what I do. You know. So basically, we purchased Prince of Persia box the other week for £23 delivered. So the box is in lovely condition. It's the English version. Like I say, this game goes for 80 to 100 usually on eBay at the moment. It's complete. You don't see it come up that often, to be honest. I did see one on eBay. There was someone with an Amiga for sale. They had the disc and they had the manual, and I messaged them and said, you know, I'll buy the disc and manual off you. I'll give you good money for it. And they said, oh, sorry, someone's already bid. It would be unfair to start chopping and changing it now, which I thought was fair enough. And some early hours in the morning, I was looking through eBay and stuff, and I just thought, on the off chance, I'll just look, and I found the disc and manual for Prince of Persia. So absolutely superb, which now makes that complete. I think I paid about £14 for the disc and manual, so which might seem a bit dear, but like I say, £14 and £23. 4 and 3 is 7, so you're looking at £37 to put together an 80 to £100 game. So we'll marry them together now. Frankenstein. I've got these tatty old copies that they put in there. So now it's Prince of Persia, manual and disc. Now makes that complete, and now that's at the current value, 80 to £100 on eBay at the moment. So, but it's not going anywhere. It is staying in the collection. Like I say, Prince of Persia is a really good game. It's one of the first games I remember playing on the Amiga, and to own it now in the full price version, which, to be honest, as a youngster, I've never seen. We all played it on backups, and I'd only ever seen a Hit Squad version. So to have the full price version now in lovely condition, Amiga version, well chuffed with that. Really, really pleased. The next bit, right? This is going to be where some people are going to be. This is. I think some people are going to disagree with this. I don't know if I've said before, but when games were made most games, all games were, like most boxes, were Amiga boxes, with other consoles and game stickers placed on top. So basically, sometimes I buy the Atari ST version of a game, and I use a label remover and remove the label, make it into an Amiga game, or to get the Amiga box, you know. So this one is very hard to find. It's not in the greatest condition. I've done this because it is really, really hard to find. I've got it on. I've got the Hit Squad release of this, but it is Beach Volley. This was an ST box. Unfortunately, on these older ones, the labels are really hard to remove. So as you can see, it is Amiga, but it's taken a lot with it. And the front is quite faded, as you can see on here. I'm not sure if it's better than the one I've already got. Paul's got one in lovely condition, Mr. Bads. If you ever see another one, Paul, please grab it for me. I will pay you not whatever you want for it, but like within reason. Within reason, I'll pay you what you want for it within reason. But yeah, unfortunately, the front is quite faded. The back actually isn't in too bad condition, so it's a little bit faded along here. But now I've seen this. This generally goes on eBay. It doesn't really come up. It really doesn't come up that often. But when I have seen it come up, sometimes it can be 60. But that's in generally really nice condition, better condition than this one. You know, so I think I've seen 40. They seem to come up a lot on the ST. Or I say a lot. I've seen 3 or 4 come up on the Atari ST, but I've never seen one come up for the Amiga. But yeah, so usually I would say between 30 and 60, sometimes even 100 on the ST for this. So I got this from M Retro Games in the UK. If you go on Google M Retro Gaming or M Retro Games or M Retro Gaming or whatever, they'll come up. £12. So absolutely fantastic. I've got my Amiga discs to go in here. I've got my other one, so I'm going to check what the other condition the other one's like. But yeah, we've got the full price box. So like I say, once, if ever the discs come up, I've never seen the Beach Volley Amiga discs come up, but we have everything to go to making that a full one for the collection. Like I said, I would really like that in really nice condition, because Beach Volley is a cracking game on the Amiga. Really good. One of the first games I played on the Amiga. Real cool, real funny. Even a bit of nudity in there, if you remember. So back in the day, that was quite a thing. Oh, look at that! You'll have to play it to see. But yeah, and all the funny accents from when you play volleyball in different countries and that. So that was really cool. Yeah, like I say, another controversial one. So yeah, this game didn't go for a lot of money. There was one on eBay. And it was Retro Pixels had this up for about 20 something or £30. It was no more than £30. And then Mr. Bad's put one up, and his one went through the roof. It was in really nice condition. I think he sold it for £155 or £135 or something. And after that one sold for that price, the one on Retro Pixels went, and there was no more on eBay. So I cheekily found one again for the Atari ST. And basically it's exactly the same, but one box got ST stickers, one's got Amiga stickers. So I removed the ST sticker, and it's now an Amiga box version. So we got P47 Thunderbolt, like I say, in impeccable condition, really, really nice condition. Also from M Retro Gaming. Right, hang on. It's a sleeve one, this one, so the sleeve wants to stay in the box. So, like I say, the only difference is, like I say, usually you've got a sticker here that will say Amiga or Atari ST. When you open it, so it's in lovely condition. This is really, really nice condition. So yeah, so it's P47, and then you open it up, and obviously open it up. It has the poster, as Paul's did. So there's the P47, the poster is all complete. There's the Atari ST disc, which will sell on eBay. And we managed to find, in Germany, a P47 Amiga disc. So this disc was quite expensive. It wasn't actually. The disc was £5, I think, or €5, whatever. And £8 delivery. So it was 13 quid for the disc, roughly £13–14. And I got this from M Retro for, again, £12. So £24. There is a delivery fee at M Retro. I think it's £4, I think. So both games cost £12 each, so it's £24 plus 3 quid. If you say 30 quid, 28, 29 quid, but I look at it as 30 quid. You always round up, don't you, rather than round down. So £30, and I've now got two really cool, hard to find Amiga complete boxed versions. You may question that, but I always say every ST game was wanted to be liberated and become an Amiga game, which was what it was truly made for originally. Like I say, they all generally, I've just got a sticker over an Amiga label anyway, so technically they were always Amiga boxes. So that's where I know people might be like, oh, you're ruining gaming or something, like, you know. But it's a way to a means. If you can't get a box for a game, and it's exactly the same box bar a sticker, or you remove a sticker and it's got the proper sticker underneath. You know, I'm not really too bothered about it. I'm going to build up my collection. If I have to do it that way, that's the way I'll do it. Right. And now for the piece de resistance. Right. This game, if you watch a show, I may have mentioned that last week I missed out on one for £240. Admittedly, that was a pretty mint condition version of this game. I was gutted. I bid 240 on it, and it went for 245 or something, which I think's top end of this game. But people, some silly people, have even tried to ask even £1,000 or £1,200. I think I've seen some villagers trying to charge for this game. I would say, in average to good condition, it should go for around 160 on eBay prices. But recently, you've got some silly idiots asking for like 180 for manual and cart, and it really has gone stupid. But like I say, to get one in nice condition, most of them are like been crushed. You can see it's all folded, and you can see the game's been crushed. It's been folded. It's got folds on sides, or you know, half the tabs are hanging off, and you know, if you're going to pay good money for something, you want it in a reasonable condition. So yeah, I was pretty annoyed last week when I missed out on 240. So that was when I went and bought the Chase HQ for nearly 50 quid. Missed out on that, so I've chucked all my eggs in and got the Spectrum Plus 3 version of Chase HQ. And would you Adam and Eve it that I've never seen a Chase HQ come up before. No doubt people seen that some idiot last week paid paid nearly 50 quid for one, and I bet a few people went, I've got one of those in the cupboard. And two have come up on eBay this week. So, and one of them is in a lot better condition than mine. So I was just like, you couldn't write it, could you? You really couldn't write it. I've never seen one come up. I pay extortionate money for one in okay condition. Then an immaculate one comes up for less than I paid for mine, and then there's another one on bids. You know, so I'm like, do I bid on them and get the better one? And but no, so I'm not sure. I might bid on these. I'm not sure yet, but you know, that's the collector in you, isn't it? So anyway, this week I saw the game I missed out on last week for 240 quid. Obviously, between last week and this week, I've bought a few games and done a few things, and I didn't have any money. But I actually had an appointment with a bank the other week to see about upping my overdraft. I know you shouldn't really do this. I don't advise this for collecting games at all. Don't spend money that you haven't got. Don't be like me and pay it back afterwards. Yeah, so basically, I went through and I upped my overdraft, and I thought, right, this game came up. It came up, and like I said, I'd already spent the money that I was going to bid on that one last week. So I was gutted. I was like, oh, I can't believe I missed out on that. And then I seen this one come up this week, and I was like, oh. And I remembered I had a meeting the other week. I thought, oh, I can up my overdraft, can't I, if I want? So I thought, right, you don't see this come up that often, and not in nice condition, and especially not in the price that I paid for it. So I upped my overdraft and bought this game. But to my defence, Your Honour, I do have an NTSC version. City Steve said you're selling the superior version. Yeah, some of you may look at it like that, but I didn't grow up playing the NTSC version. I grew up playing the UK version in the silver box. That might be a bit of a clue. We've been after this game for 6 years. It's always eluded me. I've seen it at retro gaming events at reasonable prices. I've tried to knock them down. Since then, the prices have gone up on it. I've seen foreign boxes for it, but I wanted the UK PAL version. So, without further ado, it is, drumroll, it is Turtles in Time UK PAL. I'll take it out of the box and show you. It's not in the best condition, but it's not in the worst condition. I picked this up for £138.50. So £138.50. It was £135 and £3.50 delivery. And the kiddie, fair shout to him. He messaged me saying thanks for paying straight away. I will send it to you next day delivery by 1 o'clock at my own expense. So he paid about £9, £8 something, £9 to get this delivered to me. Quick time. And I said, thanks ever so much. I'm a collector myself. I've been after this for 6 years. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So it is Turtles in Time. It's not perfect condition. If you can see, it's got some bit of crushage or something's gone on there, which isn't not an absolute nightmare. This is important thing. It's got a bit of crushage here, a little bit. But it's not, you can see it's gone there, but it's not fully gone. So, all the way round. So, I'd say it's probably a 7. But you see these come up, and they honestly look like they've been kicked up and down the street. And people are asking strong money for it. And I think it's just really cheeky. So, I mean, this one in this condition, you'd usually see this go for 160 all day long in this condition. It's in honest condition. It's not in terrible condition, but it's not in great condition. I'd say it's worth 160 all day long in this condition. But like you open it up, the flaps are there. It's clean. Everything is there. It's clean, and the manual is pretty cool. It's seen a thumb at some point. It's clean now. It's you know, you see some people trying to say it's all crumpled and they want like 80 quid for the manual and stuff, like, or like say manual and cart for like 180. I mean, what planet are they on? It really is in nice condition. You got it now. There's loads of scribbles in it, but it's all clean. It's yeah, it's very clean. Very nice condition. Awesome condition. Not the best. It's in acceptable condition, I would say. So yes, it's just got the, doesn't have the precautions leaflet, but for the to get this game in this condition, I don't keep the cartridges in boxes because you want the cartridges where you can play them. So let me just put this in the protective box a moment. So got to look after it, especially when it's in my possession. Things do know to get knocked off shelves and things. So at least when they're in one of these, they can. There's one point. There was a label, a sticker on here that said there's a yellow sticker saying pre-owned and cleaned and tested or something. So I tried to remove that, and then unfortunately then there was some idiot had done a cross. I think they used to do this in game shops. Crossed out the barcode with a permanent marker. I used my permanent marker remover. I started to remove the actual barcode, so I just left it like that. But for me, I'm happy with that. I've been after this for 6 years. In the protector, it looks awesome, and it's in honest condition. I'm pleased with that. Obviously, if I see a minter come up at a reasonable price, but to be honest, I think this is going to be the one that's going to stay in my collection. If I just shoot a cartridge, the cartridge is really clean. It's really clean. So the cartridge, the label, there's nothing wrong with that. We've opened it up and it's fine. There is a slight bit of discoloration, just starting to go there. I mean, worst case scenario, what I say is saying to old school, all these Nintendo backs and fronts are all the same. So you could always, if you do get one with discoloration, you can always take one off a better colour cartridge and put a cleaner back on, get one from a cheaper game and put the back on, So, but yeah, this I opened it up straight away, it's legit. So, yeah, Turtles in Time. So I've just put my American one up for, just put it on eBay tonight actually for $79.99 complete, and it's got everything in it. I say the box is a 6 or a 7 on my American one. It's probably not as in nice condition as that, to be honest, and I'd call that a 7. But it's all in nice complete condition. It's complete. As the manual, it has all the extras. It's got like a poster in there, like a Konami advertising poster, all sorts, everything that's in there. It's all complete. But I mean, some people are even asking 70 quid for the Carter manual on that. So I've put mine on at 80. Buy it now. $79.99. Buy it now. I think that's a reasonable price. So hopefully someone will buy that, and that'll sort of soften the blow with buying this, and I can put that back into the overdraft. And then I haven't sort of used it. I've got a few other pieces that I've bought this week to sell. The evil scalper. But that's what we all do, isn't it? If we're honest with ourselves, we buy things to sell things at a better rate to increase our collections, or to better our lives. If you can make money on something, why not? I really sort of do believe that. And if you can get something less than what it generally goes for, and you sell it for what it goes for, it's what everyone does, isn't it? You go to the booters, you buy things, you trade it in with CEX, or you sell it on eBay. Exactly the same thing. So, all right, YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like I say, we might be doing a live stream Friday. It's more than likely that we will be. Gareth at the Man Cave done a stream on Friday. He's doing a stream every Friday night from 7 o'clock. Well, there was quite a few of us in there last week. We had a real good time, real good laugh. Very, very funny. So I'm not sure how we're going to work it this week. I don't know if we'll go to Gareth at the Man Caves first and then go on to our channel after. Because I know Gareth I think he sort of come off about 11 or 12. So, but I'm not sure how we're going to work it. We're going to see how it pans out with the lads coming down. I'm really looking forward to it. I think both the lads are looking forward to coming down as well. And we're going to get some true retro gaming in. I've already got some beers in the fridge and that. I'll be buying more beers and that. So the lads are going to be fully watered and fun. We'll probably have to go out for the food or something, or we'll get something in. I don't know, but we're certainly going to be a good time. Like I say, with the live stream, it's either going to go one or two ways, isn't it? It's either going to be be an absolute disaster, or it's going to be comedy gold. And so hopefully it'll be comedy gold. So like I said, like, comment, share and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.